This quiz that you took, without a doubt, is going to represent, or will represent, two of the types of questions that are on virtually every single final exam that every regular 8th grade math student, such as yourselves, take every single year all across New York State. It's a very, very typical kind of question. And if you don't know how to answer them, you can bank on losing a lot of points on your final exam. So I graded the test, or the quiz, and there were a small handful of hundreds. And a couple of people who got 90s because they didn't round off properly. But other than that, most of the grades were very poor. Now, I remember the test on this material, and you guys did pretty well. So to me, what that means is it's been a while since we've done it, and you kind of forgot. But as we go through these series of 3 quizzes over the next few days, I think it's very important that you guys remember, because everybody sees questions like this in some way, shape, or form. So I want to make sure that you are 100% prepared for these particular questions. All right, so the first one's a very straightforward diagram of a right triangle, and it asks you to find the length of this hypotenuse, okay, the missing length. Now, it's a right triangle, so we start thinking to ourselves, leg squared plus what? Leg squared equals what? So here's the two legs, 7 and 23. So 7 squared plus 23 squared, leg squared plus leg squared, is the hypotenuse squared. And I should have drawn an X here, and I also should have written leg, and hypotenuse into right angle. I kind of went too quickly with that. 7 squared is 49. 23 squared is 529, equals x squared. I add them up, and I get 578 is x squared. And I really did... I did this question more to do it, less to teach, and I apologize for that. I should have been a little more thorough in my steps. I should have included leg squared plus leg squared is hypotenuse squared, and I should have included here the square root symbol. If you put the square root symbol here, which it should be, square root, x is 24.04 something or other, but it says specifically round to the nearest tenth. So you must have a tenths unit in your answer. If you wrote just 24, is that to the nearest tenth? No, it's the nearest whole number. So it should say 24.0. Manny?
You got 24.0 equals x, right? I got 24.0 feet. Is this?
My dude, go up.
I think you had 24.
No.
Maybe you didn't lose points on that one. Maybe you lost points on the last one. You'll have to show it to me afterwards. We'll see what's what. Next. Maybe I couldn't read your handwriting. I don't know. All right, next up. Oh, yeah, no, you didn't round. You definitely didn't round off, because it said, it was, Manny, I took 10 points off because of the rounding. You didn't have 24.0.
Because I had 24.06 and then I circled the 6 and then round, which I got 24.0 feet.
First off, it would be 24.04. It wouldn't be 24.06. If it was 24.06, it would be 24.1. Now, number 2, solve for the following system of equations for x and y, or solve the following system for x and y. And what's really nice on this one is that the y's already pair up. So all you have to do is add them up. What's 3 x's and 2 x's? 5 x's, and 3 and 7 make 10.
Oh, yeah.
Divide by 5, and you get x equals 2. Anytime the signs are opposite, you're going to get it. Now, a lot of people stopped here and didn't know where to go further. You have to pick either equation. They both work, but I like the bottom one because there's no negatives. I rewrote it. 2x plus y is 7. And then, instead of the x, I put what x is equal to, which is 2. So I substituted. 2 times 2 is 4, plus y is 7, minus the 4 from both sides. Again, I didn't do this with the thought of teaching from it. I did it with the thought of just getting it done. Subtracting 4 from both sides, I get y is equal to 3. Okay? Any questions? All right, Davis head in the game. So these are the answers to these 2 questions, and I got to be honest with you. I hope that the reason you didn't get them right is just because it's been a while.
Yeah.
If it's just because it's been a while and you go home and you practice it up a little bit tonight, and then you come in tomorrow and you take your quiz and you get 100, that's why we have multiple quizzes. That's not a problem, you didn't do anything bad. But, if you miss these questions and you don't do something about it, well, you can be guaranteed that you're gonna lose points on your final, because you'll see the Pythagorean theorem somewhere on your final. You will see solving a system of equations somewhere on your final. Okay, any questions? Okay. Keep working on your sheet for the remainder of the period.